match me. I can do it all for myself. Want you, but really don't need help. So can you match me? I like luxury. I like fancy things. Shine on my body. Live like royalty.
Greetings, divas and goddesses. It is your girl Mignon Sorrell again, coming to you with another short episode of the Glow Up Diaries. So, ladies, I know that we are approaching Valentine's Day, and for some of us, it could be a wonderful time. Maybe you're in a relationship. Perhaps you've been in a relationship, dating, or married for a long time. Maybe it's bubbly and new and you're feeling all the love feels and the butterflies, or perhaps you are in your season of solidarity, your season of solitude, your season of singleness. Let me be the first to tell you that there is nothing wrong with being single. And in fact, I feel like society has put like this, negative aura about a female, specifically a female being single. It's okay for guys to be single, be single and mingle, meet girls, date girls, be a player, whatever. But for some reason, society has painted a negative picture of a female who happens to be single. It's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? Why don't you have a boyfriend? Why aren't you in a relationship? Why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? All of these things that like daunt us on top of all of the many other things in life that we have to deal with. So let me be the first to give you grace, sis, if you happen to be single during this Valentine's season. I am giving you all the love and all the light. And this particular episode is to pour into my singles during Valentine's season, giving you self-love and the love that you need to hold in here in order to attract the love that you are looking for in your life. And that is why this particular episode is for single ladies who happen to be single during Valentine's season. This is going to help you pour more love into yourself so that you can attract outward love that you so rightfully deserve. So I remember this time last year, I was newly single. I was like very, very newly single. I had just come out of a 7-year relationship, and I'd gotten to a point where I was like, you know what, this is no longer serving me. And I'm not going to hold any grudges, or I'm not going to be bitter or resentful towards the person from whom I decided to walk away. But I took the next chapter of my life to really pour into myself and to show myself the love that I know I deserved. And it was a wonderful chapter. Like literally the first day of February, I was a newly single woman. And it was kind of weird at first because I'm like, used to having a Valentine. I'm used to going on a date. I'm used to doing all these things. But I'm like, wait a minute. I could be my own Valentine. I could take myself on a date. I can do all of these things that I was used to my partner doing, or that I wanted my partner to do, that sometimes he just didn't show up in the manner that I wanted him to. I can do those for myself. So this is why I'm here today, to pour into you, single lady, sexy single lady, to help you discover your own self-love, especially during this season of Valentine's Day. So the first thing I want you to do, and this really, really helped me, outside of it being Valentine's Day or Valentine's week or Valentine's season, whatever you want to call it, I want you to commit to taking yourself out on a date at least one time per week. Okay? A solo date, sis. I don't mean like a Galentine's or like you and your girls go on a date. No, baby. You need to learn to be comfortable in your own shoes, and you need to learn to be comfortable in your own company. So I mean, literally do all of the things that you wanted that man to do, that stood you up, that was not returning your phone calls, that was being kind of shifty. I want you to treat yourself with the princess treatment that you deserve, that none of the other men before you, because you are the one that's going to serve yourself, none of those other men can step up to the plate. You have to elevate yourself by treating yourself the way that you would like to be treated. So when we go on this date, we're going to do all the things. We're going to go on Resi. We're going to go on Open Table. We're going to drive past our favorite restaurant and look outside and create this ambiance in our minds of how we want to show up on our own solo date. You're going to go and you're going to make a reservation for one, okay? We're not sitting at the bar. We're not looking solo and single and desperate waiting for someone to come up and talk to us and pay for our dinner, because that is like low vibrational activities, and we are not that. You are literally sitting at a table for two, but a table for one for yourself, okay? When you make this reservation on Resi or Open Table, or you happen to call the restaurant, once the reservation is made, plan to show up on your own date as though you are showing up on a date for somebody else, or with someone else, with, your crush, or that guy that you met, in the library or in the mall somewhere. Show up for your own solo dates, plural, because we're doing this on a very regular basis, as that girl, okay? Show up as that girl. Show up with your hair done. I sometimes even make like hair appointments, okay? Like if I know I'm taking myself out on a Friday at 7 p.m., that Friday at 12, I'm making an appointment to get my hair and my nails done, okay? I might even make this might be a bit much, but I might even make a like makeup appointment. That might be a little over the top, but dress up, honey. Do your hair, your lashes, your makeup, your whole full face. Get the Lori Harvey face, the glow baby, the bronzer, okay? Do it all. Show up for your own solo date the way you would show up for your crush, for your dream guy, for your husband, for your boo, for whomever. Show up. Pick out a nice outfit. It could be a cute dress. It could be a cute little, two-piece pantsuit, sexy thing. Whatever you would normally wear on a sexy date with someone else, wear that. Wear all of that. Put on the perfume. Line your perfumes up. Figure out which one you're going to wear. Is it going to be Dior today? Is it going to be Delina? Is it going to be Valaya? What are we wearing? Like literally plan these things out. Put thought and effort into yourself, because when you start putting thought and effort into your look, that shows yourself that you care about yourself. You care about the way you show up for yourself, not even for everybody else. Because here's what's going to happen. When you start showing up for yourself and start just radiating this beautiful, wonderful, amazing light of a goddess that you are for yourself, other people will notice. And you're not really doing it for other people. It's like inevitably others will notice. It should be obvious that others are going to notice your light, but you're doing it for yourself, okay? So you're going to show up to your date. You're going to order your favorite dish, order whatever you want to. You might have a light, you might have a light stomach, and you may not want to eat a whole lot, but just enjoy the meal. Order whatever you like. Order your favorite drink. I would not suggest ordering a bottle of champagne or like wine by yourself, because that's a bit much. But order your favorite glass of champagne, of Prosecco, of wine, whatever, a spirit if you are doing a dry February, or perhaps you don't even drink at all. Do your favorite mocktail. Honey, sweetheart, this is for you. You treat and spoil yourself however you want to on your solo date. And I don't want this to be a once-in-a-lifetime occasion. Perhaps like once a month, once a week might be excessive for you. Perhaps you have children or other obligations that would keep you from keeping that commitment. But I would say at least once a month, take yourself on a solo date. Again, it also doesn't have to be something fancy. You could take yourself to the movies. You could, to me, sometimes a date at Restoration Hardware, just going up and down the stairs and dreaming about how I want my dream house to look like, that is a date, honey. Spend some time with yourself, because once you start being comfortable spending time with yourself, other people are going to want to spend time with you. Other people seek comfort in spending time with you. You are going to attract who you are in the inside. Unlike, contrary to popular belief, opposites attract? No, like attracts like. So when you pour love into yourself, you are going to attract a love that's going to continue to love you. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is we are taking ourselves on a date. All right, second thing, we are going to commit to showing up looking like our best selves every day. Every day. I don't care if you work from home. I don't care if you go into an office. I don't care if you work at Publix. I don't care. I have literally gone into the grocery store and I've seen the checkout clerk, and the bitch is bad, okay? Nails done, hair done, everything did. Like, I don't know what kind of money they make at Publix and Kroger's, but I've seen the checkout girl who works at the Publix by my house in Atlanta. Honey, I always go to her. I could very easily go to like self-checkout, but like, baby, she shows up to work, that girl, every day, lashes done, not over the top, just like beautiful, just like pulled together. We need to start showing up as our best selves every single day. This is specifically for my work from home girlies, whether you work from home for a particular company or you're an entrepreneur. Y'all, especially for my entrepreneurs, because I know how easy it is to just get out of bed, brush our teeth, do something with our hair really quickly, and just put on some sweatpants and some furry slippers and like a robe over top and grab our little coffee and get to work. No, we're not doing that anymore, okay? Because when you start putting care and effort into your appearance, whether someone sees you or not, you start performing at a higher level. You start performing. Like every time I get up and I do my hair, I curl my hair, I flat iron it, I put lashes on, I do a nice little face. I put effort into putting an outfit on with shoes. Like sometimes I might take my little slippers downstairs just because, like for my feet to be warm. But I am like fully dressed from head to toe when I go downstairs in my home office to work on my own business. And I'm telling you, the level at which I perform is so much higher than those days where I just roll out of bed, put some sweats on, take my son to school, come back, put some oatmeal in the microwave, whip up some eggs real quick, and then like quickly rush to put just any old thing on to sit in front of my computer. Those days, my level of productivity is trash. I might as well just throw the whole day away. So I did a little experiment and I made myself show up like a bad bitch every single day for 5 days, Monday through Friday. And my level of productivity went up. I made more money. I had like my sales revenue for that week was higher than it had been in months. And I'm like, okay, this needs to be a habit. Like I cannot afford to look less than. I cannot afford to show up less than. Another reason why I do this is because at any given moment, I could be called upon to appear in front of someone. I remember one of the days where I dressed up for myself, even though I work from home, and a colleague of mine said, hey, I have someone that I really want you to meet on Zoom, and I have a business proposition for you. Are you available? I just happened to look like a bad bitch that day, and I said, absolutely, of course I'm available. Put me on Zoom, send me the link, sis. Got on the link, talked to the prospect, closed the deal. I'm not saying I closed the deal because I looked a certain way, but I closed the deal because I was ready. I closed the deal because I was ready. So I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh my gosh, Mayon, we already have a million things to do. People want us to get up at 5 a.m. They want us to drink a gallon of water. They want us to spend time with our kids and be intentional. You want us to monitor our words. You want us to get up and meditate and pray and journal, all these things. Yes, you got to pick and choose. But one thing I challenge you to do, if you are intentional, and I hope that you are intentional about showing yourself self-love, is caring about your appearance, whether you are in front of a camera or not, whether you are going into an office or not, whether you see people or not. There are times where I don't see anyone at all. Perhaps the Amazon guy or FedEx person dropping off a package at my house. But there are days when I sit in my house in front of my computer and I don't see anyone at all. But I show up, I'm dressed up, I feel good, I smell good, I have my perfume on, I have my candles, I'm in a good mood. So I want us to start showing up for ourselves every single day by dressing up and looking the parts, okay? That is self-love. The third thing that I want you guys to do in preparing for this Valentine's season, especially for my singles, is I want you to literally start speaking life into yourself. I want you to start speaking life into yourself. It doesn't even have to be about love or relationships or a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, spouse, husband, wife, any of those things. I want you to start speaking to yourself the way you want others to address you and the way you want others to speak to you. In short, these are called affirmations. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard of them, but affirmations have literally changed my life. Like literally changed my life, especially when I'm looking back on last year where I was versus this year where I am and the journey that it took me to get here. And it was such a beautiful, wonderful, positive experience. I would say about like 99.9% of my acceleration and my quantum leap into this whole new life that I'm living is the fact that I spoke life into my situation. I spoke positive affirmations into my life. So I'm going to leave you with some positive affirmations that I want you to speak for yourself. And you can repeat them after me. I am a goddess. I am a queen. I don't know what it is, but things just keep happening easily and effortlessly for me. I love myself. I adore myself. Wonderful opportunities always keep falling into my lap. No matter what I do, they are always attracted to me. People love to be around me. They love my spirit, my light, and my energy. My mind is full of million-dollar ideas, and I effortlessly work towards making them happen. Because I love myself deeply, I deserve the highest love. Yes, girlies, so I hope that these affirmations really spoke to you, and I'm going to give you a challenge. Every day, from today until Valentine's Day, and even thereafter, I want you to replay and repeat these affirmations. Really feel them. The one thing that really helps you manifest your dream life is the emotion and the feeling behind the things that you say and the actions behind those words. You really have to have strong, powerful feelings and emotions when you are repeating these affirmations. So every day, and I would even take it further and say every night before you go to bed and every morning when you wake up, from now until Valentine's Day, I want you to repeat these affirmations. And even feel free to make up a few of your own that really resonate with you. So yes, ladies, once again, thank you for joining another episode of the Glow Up Diaries. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, go Chiefs. Happy Valentine's week, and I pray that you pour into yourself the highest version of your own self-love so that you can attract the love of your life.